Emma clutched her mother's frail hand in the dimly lit hospital room, the beeps of the machines a cruel countdown to the inevitable. "Mom, please, don't go." "Not now," she whispered, her voice breaking like glass under pressure. Sarah Thompson, the woman who'd raised her alone after her father abandoned them when Emma was just 5, squeezed back weakly. "My sweet girl," Sarah rasped, her eyes still holding that fierce love Emma had known all her life. "Remember, you're stronger than the storms. Open the letter when I'm gone. Promise me." Emma nodded through tears, but before she could respond, the monitors flatlined. The silence was deafening, a void that swallowed her whole. She buried her face in her mother's chest, sobbing for the woman who'd worked 2 jobs as a waitress to keep a roof over their heads, who'd skipped meals so Emma could have books and dreams. Little did Emma know, in 48 hours, her world would shatter further, and then rebuild in ways that would make her betrayers weep with regret. That night, as rain pounded against the windows of their modest apartment, Emma's phone buzzed. It was her husband, Alex, texting, "Stuck at work late. Big project deadline. Don't wait up." She stared at the screen, something cold twisting in her gut. Her mother had just died hours ago, and he couldn't even come home. But grief numbed her questions. She curled up on the couch, clutching her mother's favorite shawl that still smelled of lavender and home-cooked meals. Memories flooded her, Sarah teaching her to bake cookies on rainy days, staying up late to help with homework, whispering, "You're my everything, Emma. Never forget your worth." Sarah had been more than a mother, she'd been her anchor in a sea of hardships. The funeral was a blur of gray skies and sympathetic faces. Only a handful attended, neighbors, a few co-workers from the diner where Sarah had slaved away for 25 years. Alex stood beside Emma, but his presence felt hollow. He fidgeted with his tie, checking his watch during the eulogy. "I have a meeting right after this," he muttered as they lowered the casket. Emma's heart cracked a little more. "My mom just died, Alex. Can't it wait?" He sighed, exasperated. "Life doesn't stop, Em. I need to provide for us." Us. The word felt ironic now, with her 6 months pregnant, their baby a surprise that had strained their already rocky marriage. After the service, as people offered condolences, Alex slipped away early, claiming urgency. Emma stood alone by the grave, dirt clinging to her shoes, placing wildflowers, Sarah's favorites, on the fresh earth. A kind old neighbor, Mrs. Patel, hugged her tightly. "Your mom was a fighter, dear. She always said you changed the world. Hold on to that." Back home, exhaustion claimed Emma. She collapsed into bed, but sleep evaded her. Instead, she rummaged through her mother's things, finding the envelope Sarah had mentioned. It was sealed, addressed in her mother's neat handwriting, "For Emma, when the time comes." Her fingers trembled, but she set it aside, too raw, too soon. Her phone lit up with a notification, Alex tagged in a photo on social media. Curiosity 1. There he was, at a fancy bar, arm around a stunning woman in a sleek dress, both laughing. The caption, "Unwinding after a tough day. #WorkBuddies." The woman was Lila Reyes, Alex's co-worker, the one he always raved about, so sharp, so driven. Emma's stomach dropped. She scrolled Lila's profile, more photos, intimate dinners, weekend getaways. One from 2 months ago, while Sarah was first diagnosed with the aggressive lung cancer that stole her so fast. Alex and Lila at a resort, captioned, "Found my spark." Betrayal burned like acid. While Emma had been at doctor's appointments, holding Sarah's hand through chemo, Alex had been building a secret life. Tears streamed as she confronted the truth. The affair had been ongoing, right under her nose. Another text from Alex, crashing at a friend's. "See you tomorrow." She didn't reply. Instead, she whispered to her belly, "We'll be okay, little one. Grandma promised." But doubt gnawed at her. How could she raise a child alone, with no family, scraping by on her part-time teaching job. Morning brought no relief. Alex arrived at noon, looking fresh and unburdened. He sat her down, a folder in hand. "Emma, we need to talk. This isn't working." The words hit like a slap. "What?" "Mom died yesterday." He avoided her eyes. "I know, and I'm sorry. But I've been unhappy for months. The pregnancy, it's overwhelming. I met someone who gets me, who shares my ambitions." "Lila," she spat, voice trembling. He nodded, unashamed. "She's everything I need. Successful, exciting. We're in love." Emma laughed bitterly. "Love? While I was watching Mom die? Don't make this dramatic. Sign the papers. I'll help with the kid financially." He left her there, broken, with divorce documents mocking her grief. A text from Lila followed, "Hi Emma. This is hard, but Alex and I are meant to be. Please cooperate for a smooth transition." The nerve ignited something fierce in Emma, her mother's fire. She grabbed the envelope, ripping it open. Inside, a letter and keys to a storage unit. Sarah's words leaped off the page, "My darling Emma, if you're reading this, I'm gone, and it breaks my heart not to tell you in person. But you deserve the truth. I wasn't just a waitress. Years ago, after your father left, I started a side business anonymously, designing apps for small businesses. It grew into something massive, Thompson Tech Innovations, hidden under a pseudonym to protect us from his greedy family. I built an empire worth $4.8 billion, all for you. The keys lead to proof. Trust me, you're never alone or broke. I saw Alex's true colors months ago. I restructured everything into a trust he can't touch. Rise, my girl. Show them your strength." Emma's world tilted. Her mother, who'd worn second-hand clothes and driven a beat-up car, was a secret billionaire. Documents confirmed it, patents, stocks, properties. Sarah had sacrificed luxury to teach Emma humility, resilience, love over money. Numb, she drove to the storage unit. Boxes revealed more, legal papers, a will naming her sole heir, protected irrevocably. A final note, "Alex will leave when he thinks you're weak. Let him. Then build a life that blinds them with your light. I love you more than stars." Emma called the attorney listed, Elena Vasquez, Sarah's trusted advisor. "Ms. Thompson. We've been waiting. Your mother predicted this. Meet tomorrow." Emma agreed, signing the divorce papers that night. She texted Alex, "Done. You're free." His reply, "Thanks for being mature." Meanwhile, on social media, Lila posted, "Yes. Hashtag engaged, hashtag new chapter, a ring sparkling." They'd moved fast, marrying at the courthouse the next day, 48 hours after Sarah's death. Emma watched from afar, heart shattering, but resolve hardening. In Elena's opulent office, the scale hit home. Emma owned tech firms revolutionizing education, real estate spanning coasts, investments yielding billions. "Your mother added clauses 3 weeks before passing," Elena said. "After Alex visited her in the hospital, complaining about costs and your burdens. She ensured he'd get nothing." Emma's tears flowed, for Sarah's foresight, her pain. "She knew." Elena nodded. "She wanted you protected. Now, what do you want to do?" Emma thought of Sarah's struggles. "A foundation for single mothers, education access. Start big." Elena smiled. "Sarah seeded it with $300 million. It's yours." Emma flew back, incognito, planning quietly. She bought a modest home, focused on pregnancy, but whispers of her inheritance leaked strategically. 3 months later, baby Sophia arrived, healthy, with Sarah's eyes. Alex demanded visitation, Emma allowed supervised, for the child's sake. But her real work began, launching the Sarah Thompson Foundation. Invitations went out for a gala, including to Lila's firm, tech influencers. Lila RSVP'd eagerly, this could skyrocket my career. At the event, in a grand ballroom, Elena announced, introducing our founder, Emma Thompson, heir to Thompson Tech, worth $4.8 billion. Gasps rippled. Alex and Lila, mingling, froze. Emma stepped forward, radiant in sapphire. 3 months ago, I lost my mother, a waitress, or so I thought. She built an empire in secret, teaching me value beyond wealth. While grieving, pregnant, my husband divorced me for his mistress, thinking I had nothing. But Mom protected me. This foundation honors her, empowering women betrayed, underestimated. Eyes locked on Alex and Lila, whose faces paled. Sometimes, those who leave do us the favor of revealing our true path. Applause thundered. Alex and Lila fled to the lobby, where Lila's composure cracked. You idiot. You divorced a billionaire. For me. We're ruined. Alex stammered, how could I know? You said she was nothing. Lila yanked off her ring. This marriage is a joke. Goodbye. She stormed out, career tarnished by scandal. Emma felt peace, not vengeance. The foundation thrived, scholarships, shelters, lives changed. 5 years on, Sophia started school where Sarah once volunteered. Alex, demoted and divorced again, watched his daughter thrive. She's incredible, he murmured. Emma smiled faintly. Like her grandma. He yearned for redemption, but Emma had moved on, building empires, loving fiercely. Sarah's words echoed, you're never powerless. And in that truth, Emma found her forever strength. If this story of betrayal turned triumph moved you, remember, karma whispers, but it roars when ready. Where are you watching from? Share below, subscribe for more tales of resilience, and honor those who protected you from afar. Thanks for joining, your power awaits. Emma stared at the glowing screen of her laptop in the quiet of her new home office, the one she'd designed with floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking a serene garden that Sarah would have loved. It had been 3 months since the gala, 3 months since Alex and Lila's world had crumbled in that opulent ballroom, and Emma had barely paused to catch her breath. The Sarah Thompson Foundation was already making waves, headlines in business journals praising its innovative programs for single mothers, grants flowing to startups led by women who'd been knocked down by life but refused to stay there. But tonight, as Sophia slept soundly in her nursery, Emma scrolled through emails, one catching her eye, an anonymous tip about Alex's latest scheme. Watch your back, the message read. He's not done. Check his company's filings. Attached was a link to a public database. Emma's fingers hesitated over the keyboard. She'd moved on, or so she thought. The divorce was final, assets untouchable thanks to Sarah's ironclad trust. Why dredge up more pain? But curiosity, and a spark of that protective fire Sarah had instilled, won out. She clicked, diving into corporate records. There it was, Alex had started a new venture, Reyes Innovations, partnered with Lila, though her name was buried in fine print. They were pitching educational tech apps, suspiciously similar to Thompson Tech's flagship products. Plagiarism? Theft? Emma's blood boiled. Sarah had built those from scratch, late nights after waitressing shifts, coding on an old desktop while Emma did homework nearby. Memories surged, Sarah at the kitchen table, glasses perched on her nose, muttering about algorithms while stirring soup. This one's for you, kiddo, she'd say. Someday, it'll change everything. Emma had thought it was a hobby, not a billion-dollar empire. Now, seeing Alex try to poach it felt like a violation of Sarah's grave. She picked up the phone, dialing Elena. We need to investigate, Emma said, voice steady but edged with steel. Elena sighed knowingly. Your mother warned me about opportunists. I'll have our team on it by morning. As Emma hung up, a text buzzed from an unknown number. Missed me? Attached was a photo of Alex and Lila at a conference, smirking. Harassment? Or a taunt? Emma blocked it, but unease settled in. Was this the start of something uglier? The next day dawned crisp, Sophia's giggles pulling Emma from fitful sleep. She scooped up her daughter, inhaling that sweet baby scent, a reminder of why she fought. At the Foundation's headquarters, a sleek building Emma had purchased in Sarah's hometown, the team buzzed with energy. Meetings stacked, approving scholarships for 10 women pursuing tech degrees, partnering with shelters for on-site childcare. But in a quiet corner office, Elena arrived with files. "It's worse than we thought," she said, spreading documents. Alex had accessed old prototypes during the marriage. Sarah had shared a few with Emma, who naively showed Alex. He'd copied code snippets, rebranded them. Lila, with her marketing savvy, was shopping it to investors. Intellectual property theft, Elena confirmed. "We can sue, but it'll be public." "Messy." Emma paced, hand on her belly instinctively, though Sophia was already here. "Mom built this for good, not games. If we ignore it, they profit off her legacy." Elena nodded. Sarah added a clause: any attempts to infringe trigger automatic countermeasures. "We can file quietly, seize assets." Emma's eyes hardened. "Do it. But first, let's see how far they'll go." She decided on subtlety: attend the same conference where Alex was pitching, incognito. Disguised in a wig and glasses, Emma slipped into the tech summit, heart pounding. There he was on stage, charming the crowd. "Reyes Innovations revolutionizes learning, affordable, accessible." The slides? Carbon copies of Sarah's early designs. Questions from the audience praised it, investors swarmed post-presentation. Lila hovered, handing out cards, her engagement ring, now absent, noticeably gone. Whispers circulated: their quick marriage had imploded amid the scandal. During a break, Emma approached an investor she'd recognized from Foundation networks. "Interesting pitch," she said casually. "Reminds me of Thompson Tech's originals." The man's eyes widened. "You're Emma Thompson?" She nodded, dropping the disguise slightly. Word spread like wildfire. By evening, investors pulled back, citing similarities. Alex's face during networking? Priceless, pale, frantic calls to Lila. Emma left without confrontation, but not before overhearing Lila hiss, "This is your fault. You said her mom was a nobody." Back home, Elena called, lawsuit filed. Injunction granted. Their company's frozen. Emma exhaled, relief mixing with sorrow. Why couldn't Alex just move on? But Sarah's letter echoed: "People like him take until there's nothing left. Protect what's yours." Weeks blurred into progress. The Foundation expanded, a new wing for coding bootcamps, named after Sarah. Emma spoke at events, her story inspiring thousands, pregnant widow turned billionaire philanthropist. Social media buzzed with hashtag Thompson Strong, women sharing their tales of betrayal and comeback. One evening, as Emma tucked Sophia in, reading Sarah's favorite book, her phone rang. Alex. She almost ignored it, but curiosity won. "What do you want?" "Emma. I messed up. Everything's falling apart. Lila left me, the company's sued. I need help." His voice cracked, desperate. "For old times. For Sophia." Emma's laugh was soft, sad. "You mean for the money you thought I didn't have?" "No, Alex. You chose your path." Silence. "Then, I didn't know about your mom. If I'd known." "That's the point," Emma cut in. "You left because you thought we were nothing. Mom saw it coming. She protected us." He begged, but she hung up, heart aching but resolute. That night, dreams of Sarah visited. "You're doing it, kiddo. Building what matters." Waking inspired, Emma dove deeper into the empire. She discovered Sarah's hidden journals in the storage unit, pages of ideas, sketches, personal notes. One entry: Emma's father came back today, demanding money. Threatened to sue for custody. I paid him off quietly, but built safeguards. Never trust the snakes. Emma's breath caught. Her father? Alive? The abandonment wasn't total. Sarah had shielded her from drama. A quick search, using Foundation resources, revealed him, Victor Hale, a failed businessman living lavishly off hush money. Anger flared. Had he known about the wealth? Elena confirmed. Sarah documented it. He signed away rights for a payout, but if he learns of your inheritance, he might crawl back. Emma nodded. Prepare for that too. Sure enough, weeks later, a letter arrived. Dear Emma, it's your dad. Heard about your success. Let's reconnect. Enclosed, old photos, pleas for forgiveness. Emma's hands shook. Sarah had endured this alone. She met Elena. He's after money. Bank records show he's broke. They crafted a response, a legal notice barring contact, with proof of past agreements. But Victor persisted, emailing sob stories. Emma ignored, focusing on positives: a foundation gala raising millions, Sophia's first steps captured on video. Yet, shadows lingered. One night, a break-in at the old apartment, still in her name for sentiment. Nothing stolen, but files rifled. Alex? Victor? Paranoia set in. She hired security, moved to a gated estate Sarah had owned secretly. Amid chaos, light, a new ally, Dr. Mia Chen, a brilliant educator joining the foundation. Their meetings sparked ideas, and subtle sparks. Mia's kindness reminded Emma of Sarah's warmth. You're changing lives, Mia said over coffee. Emma blushed. Thanks to Mom. Romance bloomed slowly, a healthy contrast to Alex's toxicity. But twists mounted. Lila sued Alex for fraud, claiming he misled her about Emma's poverty. Court docs revealed Alex's debts, gambling, hidden from Emma. He countersued, dragging Emma's name in. Tabloids feasted, Billionaire's ex in bitter battle. Emma stayed above, letting lawyers handle. The judge ruled in her favor, awarding damages that bankrupted Alex further. At the foundation's anniversary event, Emma stood tall. A year ago, I was broken, mother gone, marriage shattered. But strength isn't absence of pain, it's rising through it. Applause roared. In the crowd, Victor lurked, approaching post-speech. Emma, my girl. Security escorted him out. Later, Alex texted, please, one meeting. Against advice, she agreed, public cafe, recorded. He looked haggard. I regret everything. Lila was a mistake. You were my world. Lies, Emma saw. No, Alex. I was your safety net until something better appeared. He pleaded for a loan. For Sophia. She has everything she needs, without you tainting it. She walked away, closure sealing. Amid chaos, light, a new ally, Dr. Mia Chen, a brilliant educator joining the foundation. Their meetings sparked ideas, and subtle sparks. Mia's kindness reminded Emma of Sarah's warmth. You're changing lives, Mia said over coffee. Emma blushed. Thanks to Mom. Romance bloomed slowly, a healthy contrast to Alex's toxicity. But twists mounted. Lila sued Alex for fraud, claiming he misled her about Emma's poverty. Court docs revealed Alex's debts, gambling, hidden from Emma. He countersued, dragging Emma's name in. Tabloids feasted, Billionaire's ex in bitter battle. Emma stayed above, letting lawyers handle. The judge ruled in her favor, awarding damages that bankrupted Alex further. At the foundation's anniversary event, Emma stood tall. A year ago, I was broken, mother gone, marriage shattered. But strength isn't absence of pain, it's rising through it. Applause roared. In the crowd, Victor lurked, approaching post-speech. Emma, my girl. Security escorted him out. Later, Alex texted, please, one meeting. Against advice, she agreed, public cafe, recorded. He looked haggard. I regret everything. Lila was a mistake. You were my world. Lies, Emma saw. No, Alex. I was your safety net until something better appeared. He pleaded for a loan. For Sophia. She has everything she needs, without you tainting it. She walked away, closure sealing. Months passed, peace settling. Mia proposed under stars, a ring simple like Sarah's values. Wedding plans intertwined with foundation expansions, global branches, tech for underserved communities. Sophia called Mia Mama too, giggles filling home. Victor faded, sued for harassment. Alex? A shadow, working menial jobs, watching from afar. Emma's empire grew to 6 billion, but wealth was tool, not treasure. Sarah's spirit guided, help others rise. Yet, one final twist loomed. Digging deeper into Thompson Tech, Emma uncovered Sarah's last project, AI for detecting corporate theft, ironic, given Alex's attempt. Launching it, she partnered with governments, preventing billions in losses. At a press conference, Alex appeared, begging forgiveness publicly. Cameras flashed. Emma smiled graciously. We've all made mistakes. Focus on bettering yourself. Inside, she knew, he'd destroyed himself, as Sarah predicted. Life flourished, Sophia's laughter, Mia's love, Foundation's impact. Emma visited Sarah's grave, whispering, you were right, Mom. We're unbreakable. Wind whispered back, carrying peace. If this continuation of resilience and hidden strengths resonates, remember, true power blooms in adversity. Where are you tuning in from? Comment your city, subscribe for more empowering narratives, and share a story of someone who lifted you. Your journey's just beginning, embrace it. Backhand index pointing right want part 2. Comment part 2 backhand index pointing down. Don't forget to like and share.